Jay from North Carolina, bro. We got to go to you. What's up?
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air, dude. What's up, man?
Hey, that documentary you was talking about was Savini in it. It's called The American Nightmare.
Is it? I'm not even sure. I'll have to look it up.
Anyway, the douchiest guy I can think of is the dude from Roadhouse.
Yeah.
You know,
oh,
the
man.
dude that lived across the pond from Patrick Swayze. You know, he's beating up people and taking a Bigfoot through their car lot and shit.
James, are you familiar with Roadhouse?
Patrick Swayze.
Not so much. Yeah.
Yeah, me either. Apparently, I think it's like there's like some like bouncer like circuit where like all these bouncers know each other. I don't think I've ever mustered up the courage to actually sit through it myself.
Not too into Patrick Swayze, huh?
Yeah, no, not really.
No, he's dead on about the villain though. The guy's over
Oh,
so evil.
Oh, wait
Top
a minute.
Gun?
Wait, yeah, dude, Rick, what's up, bro?
Hey, Tickholder 941 checking in, bud.
Hoo-ha. Or face, whatever.
Face. I have to say, and this is a nice little double tie-in for James here, Val Kilmer,
Yeah.
Top Gun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and that goes along nicely with your hilarious of the
Nice.
shit-ass video game.
The video game Top Gun.
I got to agree with Rick. That's probably of all the nerd game reviews. That's definitely one of my favorites.
You can't land the plane. You can't refuel the plane. You just put the game down.
Because you know what it is, man. I think the great thing about that whole series is that you really you get down to the things that really just frustrated the every gamer. Like I remember fucking playing that game at my cousin's house, just going, oh, Top Gun. This game has to roll, and it sucked so bad. And you fly around, and like you said, there's no music. Like, there's nothing to keep you entertained. The fucking, like, and the bombs, like, I always said to myself, well, what's the difference between all these bombs? And, like, they never tell you. It's never explained. You can never land the plane. You're doing the up, left, right. You never land the plane, ever.
Yeah,
ever.
those missiles, there's no difference between those missiles.
I've
No matter
never
whether
fucking
you
landed
can
a
have 20
plane.
of them, you can have 10 of them, but it doesn't matter because if you hit the bad guy, they
Just
die
blows
no
up.
matter what. So.
And you know,
When was the first time you played that game? Do you remember?
I had to be 13, 12,
Yeah.
13.
Dude, yeah, okay. I remember that. I remember going to my buddy's place when he had chicken pox in like elementary school, and we were just trying to pass the time. And yeah, it was Top Gun, dude. And you cannot land the plane.
You're better off passing time staring at a brick wall.
And you know what bugs me out though? It's like because like I know that video game prices for the most part haven't really changed at all. I mean, there's industry standard. I mean, 50, 60 bucks for a game.
That's how much they cost back then.
Yeah,
The
and
NES
that's how much it costs now. You know, for
Imagine
a good
spending
game.
$60 on that fucking game.
fucking game. Dude, if I was my parents, I would fucking just punch myself in the balls. Like,
I wonder if they'll think about like the games that they have out now that they cost $60, $70. 20 years down the line, I wonder if you're like, oh, fuck, I paid fucking $50 for
I don't know, man.
Street Fighter.
Nah, you know why? I think developers kind of learned their lesson, and I don't think you'll ever fucking see another E.T. You'll never see another Top Gun because as a developer and as a publisher, you will have your fucking ass handed to you on a silver platter. You
They will know
shit out like that.
Yeah, like the fans will know that the game sucks before it even comes out because it'll just be like.
Because now there's
you know,
the internet and everything, and you can look
Yeah.
up game reviews. And
Think about when there was no internet. You didn't have any idea what games sucked and which games didn't. You just had to buy it and hope for the best.
Yeah, it sucks, man. I remember as a kid, like, you know, you had Nintendo Power and
And
I
Nintendo
guess
Power won't say anything bad about their games.
and
Yeah,
I guess
absolutely.
EGM, and that was pretty much that was all she wrote for the
Game
most
Pro.
part. Yeah, Game Pro. Yeah, that was a good one. I had Game Pro too. But I think we're really all missing the point here, and we should really focus on how fucking shitty Val Kilmer was. And look, it's been discussed a bunch of times. I know, especially on O&A, and a bunch of other people have touched it. It's nothing new, but fucking Top Gun is so gay. It's so gay, and especially Val Kilmer. And it always comes up that scene in the fucking when they're in the locker
volleyball?
room. No,
Volleyball.
Fuck volleyball. Volleyball's a whole other story. But when they're in the locker room. And him and Maverick are getting into it, and Val Kilmer, like, I forget what the exact dialogue is, but Tom Cruise, he says something to Iceman, and all Iceman does, he just clunks his teeth together. He just goes. I always hated that, and I thought how fucking terrible that was, and that fucking scene will still to this day make me cringe and laugh at the same time. But fucking A, man, if Val Kilmer's Iceman isn't Guile from Street Fighter, I mean, that's it, right? The spiky hair, the fucking blonde,
that's where
fucking
it came from.
I'm in the Air Force fucking shit.
I think you could trace all
Maybe,
those
whatever.
Street Fighter games back to something, you know, like they seem like all those characters are such archetypes that they just kind of just remolded them.
Yeah, that's why they haven't changed them in like 50. Isn't the new one like the same fighters? Are there any new ones? You were playing Street Fighter.
It's a
4
lot
you
of
were
Street
talking
Fighter
about.
2, yeah.
Yeah, but it's, dude, it's a great game. Like I was kind of, you know,
Same characters though, right? Like you can't top the archetypes. You're saying
They have all those characters. Yeah.
same ones.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You got Chun-Li, you
There's
got...
new characters too, but
There are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
didn't
there's
that
new-
movie come out?
The
That Street
Chun-Li.
Fight-
I didn't even pay attention to it.
No?
To tell you the truth, I
Yeah.
have not had any interest.
You like
in
the
seeing
original Street Fighter though.
That was a great movie.
I don't know. quite
Jean-Claude
right.
Van Damme and fucking
Raoul
guy from
Julia's
that-
final
yeah, Raoul
film.
Julia, yeah.
Yeah, it's M. Bison.
That was
Remember
his fucking. That was a swan song, Raoul Julia. Oh, dude, let's go to Josh in Louisiana. He's got a bad guy for us. Josh, what's up, man?
Hey, Josh.
Hey, what's going on, Daz?
Hey.
Hey, man, I know that bad guy's gotta suck. It's that Timothy Dalton off of The Rocketeer.
Of course.
Oh my God.
The Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer.
Speaking of the Rocketeer,
There was a Nintendo game. for
that's
that,
a
too.
fucking video game that sucked my ass. I remember my fucking dad, like my dad would like to surprise me like with Blockbuster rentals and like he'd
Yeah,
come
yeah.
and so one day he came home, he's like, oh, I rented a video game and it was the Rocketeer and like the Rocketeer was like the biggest thing ever and all I could remember about the Rocketeer video game was the Rocketeer like I think I was doing laps around a blimp or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember, but I just remember playing this going, this sucks.
What I remember about that game was that you're the Rocketeer and you want to be the Rocketeer and you want to like fly around and shit, but you have to get gas. So you have to like go get like little things of gas before you can fly. So that's basically why that game sucked.
Who would win in a fight, Rocketeer or Boba Fett?
Yoda.
It's just why do they have to ruin like video games and movies? They could so work, and like I guess they're getting better at it now. But man, they had no idea what to do with this back in the day, and that was one of those. That was a perfect example of one of those video games that sucks. And James, I know that you hear this all the time from people, but that's totally one that has to. It has to get rid of that movie.
I've heard them all. Yeah.
That game sucks. It fucking sucks.
Oh, Mike, I got a question for you, man.
And it sucking
Can you think
fucks.
of Can you think of one movie that was made into a video game that's actually good, that actually works? Anybody? Open it up to the room, I guess.
What's the time constraint?
Not back
constraint.
You know what?
one-
Batman on the NES was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
It's a great game.
Yeah. There's a few, but most of the ones on NES at least sucked.
How about well, I guess that doesn't count.
Is there
I
one
was
that's good though?
I was gonna say Ninja Turtles, but that really doesn't count.
No, that was bad. I mean, some of
Well,
the later Ninja Turtle games, like
like
the
the
Manhattan Project,
it's
are
disputable.
good, but yeah, it's just it's also your opinion.
I mean, people say they love it, and people say, there's annoying things in it, and it just matters as to what's your impression of it. So
Moonwalker was pretty sweet.
that was a movie, wasn't it?
Moonwalker
Yeah.
isn't that bad. It's bad. It has bad things.
You can't play it. You can't take it seriously.
It's
But
because
it's
Michael
like,
Jackson.
Saving kids.
Which is
Collecting
exactly.
kids.
Yeah,
Which is
the
actually-
kids are humping him.
I was just
Hump his leg.
I was just watching that today. It's one of James's latest reviews. If you go to Cinemassacre.com, it's one of the latest angry video game nerd reviews. Is Moonwalker, that shitty Michael Jackson movie turned video game for Genesis, and
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember watching that movie. Remember Joe Pesci was like the main bad guy, and for some reason there was like tarantulas everywhere. Like that movie was just so out of left field and fucked up. And what was the whole Michael Jackson Voltron situation? Like
I with the robot.
I didn't get it.
Michael Jackson Voltron.
I didn't get it.
situation.
I don't know. You played like the arcade game, and you turn to the robot, and you're just shooting people.
Did that happen in the movie?
Yeah.
'Cause
He just turns into like he's like all of a sudden Michael Jackson becomes like some fucking GoBot and saves the world. And it's just like this does not.
Well,
make
why does
any
he turn
sense.
into a panther when he's doing that fucking black or white thing? Who knows with Michael Jackson? It's Michael Jackson.
But speaking of
I just don't question Michael Jackson.
very funny, by the way. That was very, very, very funny. And I encourage everyone listening to go check out, especially that review of Moonwalker for Genesis. Man, it was real funny, real funny. Hey, Angry Teddy Ruxpin, what's up, bro?
Wow.
Yeah, one of the worst freaking ones from the 80s was the guy in the first Iron Eagle, the guy who's like supposed to be from Iran, but I want him destroyed.
Yeah. So, from Iron Eagle,
Iron Eagle. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. These callers are great. I gotta give props to our phone screener, Evan the intern. He's just fan-fucking-tastic back there. He's really getting guys on the phones who really have a lot to say, and they're really, really concise with what they want to say.
Danny, die a horrible people.
I control you.
What number are we at, actually, for
I
bad
think we're
guys?
at 2. Let's go back to the list.
It was Clubber Lang from Rocky 3.
Oh,
First
yeah.
of all, how can you go wrong with Mr. T?
Shut up, old man. You and that chump don't know where to come from.
He's a total monster in the ring, but outside the ring, he sure has a way with words.
Hey, woman. Hey, woman. Since your old man ain't got no heart, maybe you'd like to see a real man. I tell you what, bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man. You want you get?
He's a beast. He's just a goddamn beast. Can't take it. He's such a bad motherfucker.
I'm the baddest in the world, and I'm so bad to me.
Well, are you ready for number 1?
No, because we got to talk about Clubber Lang for a little.
Clubber Lang.
Mr. T in general.
Mr. T.
He was hilarious when he was just on Conan O'Brien.
He was
recently.
picking apples with Conan O'Brien.
That was absolutely freaking hilarious.
That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
What did he say about the bee?
Oh, the B. He's like, T1, B0.
Yeah, they're picking apples. That was absolutely hilarious. But Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang.
Were you able to beat him in the Rocky Sega Genesis game? Or no, Sega Master System?
No.
James, what made you choose Clubber Lang over, say, like Ivan Drago or Tommy the Machine Gun?
It's definitely a tough choice, but I think of all the Rocky movies, Clubber Lang sticks out the most to me. Ivan Drago is just this, like, is just like all muscle, and he doesn't talk much. But Clubber Lang has the personality. He's Mr. T, and that's the movie where he first said, "I pity the fool."
That's true.
Yeah.
I pity the fool.
What happened to Mr. T? He had such a good thing happening. He was doing those 1-800 collect commercials, right?
Eat my cereal.
I had Mr. T cereal. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that in the store, and I was like, shit, I want to have Mr. T cereal. Who could be your number 1? I'd
Number
like to
one.
actually, I mean, obviously, these guys know who number 1 is, but Jesus Christ, we look at this list. It's been all over the place.
Yeah. This one I think I can sincerely say my favorite villain in movies.
Well, I don't want to ruin it. I think I'd like to tease this just for a little bit. Let's see if maybe Ray has it. Ray from New Mexico, do you have the answer? Who do you think is number 1 on the baddest bad guy list? Ray.
And if you and if you saw the video, don't don't
ruin it.
Spoilers.
What do you got, Ray? Who do you think is the baddest fucking baddest bad guy?
No. Hello?
Yo,
Yes,
what's up?
Ray! You! On the phone!
I saw the video.
We're not going to say it.
Oh, what happened?
I fucking cut him off.
Yeah,
because I don't want him
bad
to ruin
connection.
shit.
It was a
Fuck
bad
you.
connection.
Yeah,
Driving.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to John real quick. Let's see if John has anything good for us. John, Indianapolis, what do you got for us?
Hey, Danny, man, we went to go see Tom Savini in a horrorcore convention, dude, and he was a fucking prick.
Dude, he's an ass, man.
Yeah, he's a fucking dick, dude, and we still had to pay for the fucking autograph, dude. Fuck him.
I know, dude, and you know what really sucks about conventions, and I hate to go off topic for a real quick second here, but I was at Monster Mania. It's not a huge convention, but there was a fuckload of people there, so in my mind, it was a pretty big horror convention. And they were billing it as like the They Live reunion, and with Roddy Piper and Keith David, and They Live is one of my fucking favorite flicks. You know, not even just horror flicks, it's just a good movie in general. And I went down there, and Keith David and Roddy Piper, they had the exact same 8x10s for sale to get signed, right? So I think I went over to Piper first, and I got his 8x10, and he charged me fucking like $20 for the 8x10, and it was like another $20 for the signature, whatever. But then I go over to Keith David, and now he wants to fucking charge me $20 for the 8x10 that I already got from Piper, because here's the reasoning. It wasn't his item, because I didn't buy it from Keith David's fucking table. They were counting that as not Keith David's item. So the way that they were charging was, if it was someone else's item, if it was your item that you brought, they got to charge you for it.
Danny, what's your favorite Keith David role?
I gotta go with Child's the Thing, of course. It's gotta be. Absolutely.
I think mine